Last time, I showed you how to automate database calls. What I'm gonna do now is get started on creating the pages required for the user registration process. The first thing that I'm gonna do is make it so that the user can actually create an account, since you need an account to log in. But first, what I'm gonna do is go to the database access functions and put in this bit here. Now before I make the page, which allows the user to actually create an account, first I have to make the pages that they navigate through to actually get there. So what I'm going to do is go to the index. What I want is for the index page to automatically redirect to the main page. Next, I'm going to go to the main page, and I'm just going to put something here just so I know that I'm on the right page. Now before I go any further, let's see if this works. So I'm gonna go to the browser, and would you look at that? This takes me right to the main page, so that worked out just fine. In terms of navigation, this is sort of what I want. Take a look at the actual YouTube. There's a top menu here with a search bar and a sign-in button, and this takes me to a sign-in page where I can create an account. So what I'm going to do is basically have a common header which will appear on most pages, and this common header will essentially be this here top bar. First, what I have to do is make a new file for this common header. Now I want something kind of similar to the menu bar of YouTube. So I want a search bar, a sign-in button, and an image that's in the top left corner. So to that end, I already have an image which I'm going to use for the logo, and this is what the common header will look like. Now to actually display the common header, which is in an external file, this is what I have to do. I'm going to go to the main page, and then put in this bit here, and if I go to the browser, I have the logo, search bar, and the links, but it's not quite formatted correctly. So for that, I have to apply some CSS. So I'm going to go back to the common header, and what I'm going to do is put in a style tag. Now the first thing that I want to do is make it so that the three elements, the search bar, logo, and the links, are all on the same line. So this is how I can do that. This right here does exactly that. Now I'm going to go to the browser, and as you can see, the three elements are now displayed on one line, except the spacing is still a bit off, so there's a bit more that I have to do. Now, what I want is for each section to be roughly 1/3 of the line. So this is how I can do that. Now, when I go back to the browser, as you can see, the logo, search bar, and the links are roughly in 1/3 sections. However, the actual alignment within those sections is still a bit off. So there's a bit more that I have to do. This is what I need. Now, when I go back to the browser, the menu bar looks slightly better. Now that the common header is done, what I need is a login page. So, going back to the code, the login link links to a page called login.php, which at the moment does not exist. So, I'm going to go ahead and create that page. For now, this is what I'm going to do. Now, when I go back to the browser, I'm going to click on the login link, and this is the result. Now, it's not much, but for now, it's all I need. Later on, I'll make this into an actual login page, but for now, all I need is a link which takes the user to a page where they can create an account. That link is here. Now I have to create the page that the link links to, which is registeraccount.php. The first thing I'm going to do is put in the basic structure. Now I need the form that the user interacts with, and when I go to the browser, this is what the page looks like. Now here, what I've done is I've linked a CSS file, so I'm going to start by creating that CSS file. The first thing I'm going to do is apply some formatting to the form itself. Next, I'll do the same for each input within the form, the submit button, and finally, for any links within the form. Now, when I go back to the browser, this is what I get. The form looks a bit better, and I get this, and this. This form links to a processing page, so what I have to do is create that file. For now, I'm gonna do this. Presumably, should the password and username be valid, the processing page will redirect to a success page. That means what I have to do is create the success page, which is specified here. Now that I have the success page, I'm gonna do this. This simply redirects back to the login page. Now here, I do have a CSS file which I have linked, so I have to create that file. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna do this, and when I go back to the browser, I'm gonna click on Create Account, and wait a bit, and then I'm back at the login page. So that's most of the pages that I'm gonna need for the user registration part. Next part, what I'm gonna do is create the backend code that actually creates the user accounts.
Oh, you're still here. Don't you have anything better to do? I mean, if you don't, maybe like this video and subscribe to my channel. That'd be nice.